Hi, amigas. Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Cafecito. If you are new here, my name is Daisy, and welcome to the space that helps empower you to become the best version of yourself one sip at a time. Buenos dias, amigas. If you are drinking your cafecito with me, let me know in the comments how you guys drink your coffee, and let's go ahead and jump right into this episode. Today, I just have a little black coffee with a splash of oat milk, and I am so excited because we're going to be sipping on this while we get into today's subject. So, I got a lot of positive feedback in my last episode. And I really want to create a little bit of a tangent on that because I want to dig deeper and I want to share with you guys the different changes that I am making in my life or have already made that I have already seen make a difference in the way that I just act. And the whole point of me rebranding is because I'm in a phase in my life where I feel like I'm like a little butterfly coming out of her cocoon. And it's more so because I just went through a major life transformation, which is motherhood. But it may not look like that for you. It could also be like a breakup, it could be a whole new career change. Like there's just a lot of things in your life that cause you to transform into a different person. And the key to keeping yourself authentic, but also moving, knowing that you're no longer that same girl, there's so much that you can do and that you can pivot in your life to make sure that you're going about it the right way and that you're still being authentic and you're still reaching those goals, but you're also pretty much like tackling the point of this, right? The point is to rebrand, the point is to feel different, and the point is to move different. Like now we're making better choices, we're hanging out with better people, and people that just don't bring out certain emotions in you that you don't like. So it is what it is, you guys. And I want to dissect all of that. I want to get into all of that. And one of the main things that I have recently changed is that I'm no longer chasing. Like I am just attracting. And if you listen to my Hot Latina Girl Habits series on TikTok, I did share about this like recently. And I just talked about how I felt like more opportunities were coming to me because I'm basically just by the way that I'm moving through life, like not even me having to chase it. And I feel like old me was pretty much acting on a very scarcity mindset when we have to work in an abundance mindset. For the longest time, I felt like I was acting in an abundance mindset when I really wasn't. It was still very scarce. I still felt like I need, or, I have to have this in order to feel like this. And I am no longer acting like that. Like, that's just not the way I am moving forward anymore. And ever since I made that big mindset shift, the opportunities have just been coming in, you guys. I am just seeing things in such a different light. And I think one thing that people do not understand is the power that you have to change your emotions, but you have to want it. Nobody else can want it for you. You have to want it yourself because the truth of the matter is that nobody's going to get up and make these changes in you. Nobody's going to go work out for you. Nobody's going to go look for the job for you. Nobody's going to tell you how to act. Nobody's going to tell you the decisions you have to make. You have to be able to trust in yourself fully and be able to be confident in who you are and your values to be able to move forward in life confidently and just being authentic and knowing who you are. And I think that when I made that mindset shift of I'm no longer chasing, I'm attracting, things have just been so different for me. And I'm going to give you guys a quick example because I feel like I don't always talk about my agency on here. I do mention it, but I'd never share with you guys a lot of the business side of things. But I want to share a story with you guys because I feel like this has was such a very pivotal moment in my business and my agency because for the longest time we were operating in a space of we need clients to make money. Like we really didn't have any sort of values when it came to clients. We were just kind of like we'll take what we can get. And of course, we were in the mindset of building this business and making sure that we were growing and that we were getting money. Like we need money to be able to operate a business, right? So because we were acting or operating in that mindset, that's what we were attracting. Like we were attracting people who would lowball us, people who wanted like a $200 budget, like Miss Ma'am, like not over here. And it was just really hard. And I felt like I got stuck in that scarcity mindset, but I later translated that also into my life in some way because I always felt like I was in a survival mode. And part of that was also because I think going through pregnancy, it was very difficult for me to make a quick shift because I was so used to operating in a certain way. And when I got pregnant, I feel like my life just went a whole 360 that I didn't realize I was like, that's how it was going to happen. As much as I wanted to be pregnant, I didn't realize like the changes that went with it. So in my business, that's how we were pretty much attracting all of these like lowballing clients. And I knew that these were clients that I did not want to work with, but they were also putting me in a space where I felt like marketing wasn't for me. I felt like running a business wasn't for me. Like it just was not working out in the way that I envisioned in my head. So we took a pause on it. We didn't really, we stopped posting on social media. We really just focused on motherhood and just like raising our babies until recently. I remember me and my business partner were having like a conversation, and I was just telling her like, you know what, like I'm no longer going to be chasing clients. Like if they want to work with us for a quality of work, then that's what it is. And if not, then so be it. Like I want to work with people who are serious and who are ready to invest and who are ready to have to make the time to work with us basically. Because in order for us to make your business grow, like we need information from you, like we don't know the ins and outs of your business the way that we do. And I was just so over it. Like I was over being in that mindset and always being in that stressful mode that we decided to just like, okay, we're going to take a little bit of a pause. But it's crazy because I feel like once we really started to dive into our personal lives, and I think really moving in a way of like, we'll attract it if it's meant for us, we landed a major dream client. And honestly, like it's still so surreal because the way that we went about this is crazy. I actually texted a partner that I used to have in my previous job, and I love her work, you guys. I love her work. I knew that she needed help, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna throw in my business, and if she says yes, she says yes, and if she takes offense, then oh well. So I texted her, you guys. Literally in the middle of me sending the message, I feel like she already knew I was typing. I texted it to her. 10 seconds later, she texts me back, let's get on a call. And I'm like, okay. We got on a call with all three of us. We explained to her exactly what we do. No beating around the bush here, right? This is what we do. This is how much we charge. Okay. She's like, okay, I just know that this is what I want to do. This is my goal and whatever. Like, where do I invest? And money wasn't even a topic, you guys. And that is a type of client that I want to work with because I know my quality of work. I have been doing marketing for over 5 years. Like I understand social media. I love social media. I love working with clients who are passionate about their business and what they do. And we literally landed our dream client. And it all started with me just letting go of that scarcity mindset and just moving forward with knowing that if something's meant for me, it's gonna come for me and I'm gonna attract it simply because I know that it's meant for me and I'm no longer gonna be chasing away my opportunities. I am just now moving in a space of gratitude. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for who I am. I know that I'm smart. I know that I'm knowledgeable. I know that I'm capable. Like, I know I'm not a fraud. I know what I'm doing. And that's what it is. I move through life affirming that, believing that, and understanding that now all of the opportunities are just coming to me. Another major change that I have really been making in my life is like no longer wasting time. If I say I'm going to do something, I am going to do that. And a lot of that goes with working out. I have been trying to be really consistent with working out because I know I have a goal with the way that I want to look and the way that I want to feel, that I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I am trying new classes. Even if I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, I will show up to that class and I will ask. Like, people are friendlier than you think, you guys. And like yesterday, I actually went to my first bar class. And I just walk in like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm observing, I'm seeing what everybody else is doing. Like, we're smart fucking people. Like, it's not hard to get into the class, pay attention to what everyone else is doing who has been doing it before. Like, that's okay, you guys. You're gonna look like a dumbass your first time every single time, but it's never gonna be that hard again. So I walk in and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to channel in that energy where she's just like a very timid girl, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, where do I go? Like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. I am walking into this class and I am going to own it. Like, that's it. So I brought in my mat because it did tell me on the app that I bring a mat. I brought my mat. I'm watching everybody. I'm like, okay, everyone's like lining up against the bar. Let me go and line up against the bar. So I'm up there. I notice all the equipment that everyone's grabbing. I notice the room that they're going into. Okay, go into the room, grab all the equipment that they're grabbing, whatever, right? And I'm like, you know what? Let me go introduce myself to the instructor. Bitch, this is not like me. When I got that thought in my head, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna do the whole Mel Robbins 5 second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go into it. I'm like, you know what? I had the not the epiphany. I had the feeling that I wanted to go introduce myself to the instructor, so that's what I'm gonna go do. I walk up to the instructor and I'm like, hi, like, I just want to make sure like I'm doing everything right. Do I just line up against the bar? I'm like, this is my first class I've ever taken. So I'm like, I'm just trying to get the most out of it. And she's like, oh, hi, super, super sweet instructor. She starts introducing herself. She tells me about the class and she's like, do you want to come up front? She's like, I feel like you'd be a little bit better because you can like watch me. Keep in mind, you guys, most people will avoid the front. When I tell you, I literally shocked myself. I fucking grabbed my mat and I went to the front. I was like, who am I? Like, who am I? Normal me would have hid in the back corner, which I have done before, just so nobody can look at me, nobody can see me. But I'm like, you know what? Everyone who's in here has been in here for the first time and has been super shy and super timid. And I'm like, that's not me anymore, you guys. I'm here to get down to business. I paid for this class. I deserve to be in this room as much as anybody else. So I walked in, I went up to the front, I got the spot right next to the instructor. Even just saying this shit out loud, I'm like, it's something so small, you guys, but changes your confidence. It's the little itty bitty things that you are doing and choosing to do that I feel like really starts to build that inner confidence. Like you're starting to build that little interior confident baddie without you even knowing it by doing these small, simple tasks. So I grabbed my mat, went up to the front, and honestly, it was the best class I have ever taken. And I don't know if it was simply because of the workout or because of that confidence that I built in myself because I decided to one, introduce myself to the teacher and two, move up to the front of the class. Like that could have also added a lot of pretty much my experience and created that positive experience because I did things that scared me and I just truly didn't care. Like you guys, you literally have to be Delulu in this life and just know that you are your main character in your own story. You are in your own movie, you guys, okay? We're not rewriting a new book. We are in the book. We are just a new chapter. Okay, period. So anyway, so after the class, I remember when I left, she came back and she was just like, good job. Like, I am just so proud. She's like, you did such an amazing job. Like, didn't you feel like you sitting up front, like, made it a better workout for you? And I told her, I was like, honestly, this is one of the best classes I think I have ever taken. And she was just like, oh my God, like, she was just very proud to hear me say that. And internally, I kind of digested that. And I'm like, I wonder if that's because one, I did three new things today. One was taking the class that I have never taken before. Two was introducing myself to someone I did not know. And three was getting in front of the class at the very front where everybody was looking and watching and seeing. And I'm like, all of these three things are what made me walk out of that class like a confident bitch. And keep in mind, you guys, everybody is in their own world. Whether you're in the gym, you're in the grocery store, people are focused on what they have to do and that task. Nobody is worried about you guys, okay? Nobody is worried about you. Nobody's worried about what you're doing. You are less popular than you think. I tell myself that all of the time because every single time I just feel like all eyes are on me all the time. And it's just like, no, they're not, girl. Like people are focused on their own lives. People have a lot of things to do. And you will find those people that literally do not have anything to do and will focus on your life. But for the most part, that's not how it is. You stay in your little lane, stay in your little story, your little movie, walk through the store like you are the main character in your own movie because you are, you guys. Literally being Delulu is the Salulu, okay? It is the solution. Be delusional because that's how you're literally going to transform into this new person that you're supposed to be because you truly don't give a fuck about what is happening around you, what people are doing around you because you are so focused on building that inner core, that inner baddie, that inner confident girl inside of you that you truly are not worried about what anybody else thinks, what anybody else is doing. You are in your zone, you're in your lane, and you're doing what you need to do for you. So I talked about in my last episode about how I was sort of like affirming different characteristics of myself, like being impatient. Another thing that I was affirming is that I suck at making decisions and I'm not capable of making decisions because for some reason, making decisions was so hard for me. And I think the more thought that I put into it, I realized I sucked at making decisions because I was afraid of them. I knew, and I'm very much aware that every decision that you make has a consequence. And I know that there's always an alternative. Like, no matter what choice you make, there was always an alternate choice that you decided to let go of. And I think that that was more of my fear because I'm like, okay, to move forward, I'm going to choose this, but I'm also going to be letting go of something. It's like that whole yin and yang, right? There's like you give and you take. And It for some reason just always triggered a lot of anxiety in me. And now every time that I make decisions, I always tell myself that I was always going to make the decision I'm going to make no matter what, if that makes sense. I was never meant to choose the other choice because I chose this one. I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but it makes sense in my head. So basically what I'm trying to say is that the choices that you make were always meant to be. Like it was you were destined to make that choice. But the way that we make better decisions moving forward is you're always going to choose what looks the best for the woman that you are wanting to be. So let's just say I have the option to wake up at 5 in the morning and go and get a workout. Your alternative is to sleep in and either go straight to work or start your day a little bit later, but you're gonna feel like shit. One is gonna feel like shit for a couple seconds, but you're gonna feel amazing after. The other one is gonna feel amazing in the beginning, but you're gonna feel like shit after. Always choose to feel like shit so that you can feel better, you guys. And that is any decision you make in life. Whether you're going through a breakup and you're letting go of somebody who's just not good for you, someone who's just holding you back and is not letting you thrive, just know that it's gonna hurt in the beginning, but it's gonna feel amazing after. Instead of forcing yourself to have those small moments of feeling good just for you to feel shitty after. And that's going back to that same scenario that I was telling you guys. Getting up in the morning to go and work out, you know you're gonna feel good and you're gonna feel like shit in the beginning, but the way that you are gonna feel at the end means so much more than that small little 10 minutes of pain that it takes for you to get up and get ready to take your ass to the gym. Because again, you guys, no one's gonna come and do this for you. And I feel like I have really had that realization that it's fucking up to me. I feel like I'm cussing so much, but I'm just so passionate about this. Like, it's up to me. I am the decider of what happens in my life and how people perceive me. And that's the thing that now moving forward, I understand that what comes out of my mouth is how people see me. Like, you truly don't know a person until something comes out of their mouth. Like, they can be the most beautiful human being, physically wise, right? Someone could look bomb, but the minute something comes out of their mouth that you're just like, they become like the ugliest person ever, right? So moving forward, I am operating as someone who I want to look up to. I want my son to look up to. I want my family to look up to, my sisters to look up to, you guys to look up to. Like, I value you guys a lot and your opinions. And that's why I feel like when I go in and I read all of the comments, they mean so, so much to me because I value you guys. Like, I value what you guys think. I value your stories. I have seen so many comments where people share their current phase in their life right now. And it's just, you guys are amazing. All of you guys are amazing. Every single person listening to this. And I know that because the topics that I talk about are very empowering, inspirational, things I want to make you feel better and make you act like a better person, make you become a better person. And if you weren't like that, you wouldn't be listening to this video. So because you're actually listening to this, I feel like tells me a lot about your character and who you are, because this is a type of content that you decide to surround yourself with, you know? And just because of that, I already know you're a good person. Whether you've made mistakes in your past life and you want to move forward into somebody different who doesn't make those mistakes anymore, that's okay, you guys. The whole point is to not rewrite the entire book. Like I mentioned, we're just creating a new chapter. And keep in mind that everything that you go through in your life, all of the struggles, all of the pain, all of the life lessons are put in your life to become your testimony. Like, you would not have a story to tell if you did not go through all of these things. And the first thing that always pops into my head is my cousin who passed away. It's been a couple years now. And I always think about him because I'm like, that was probably one of the hardest things I have ever gone through in my life, is losing somebody very close to you and your family. But it taught me so much. Like, now moving forward, I will never be the same girl that I was before that happened to me. And it's something that I get to talk about, something that I get to share my feelings about now. And as much as obviously I'd rather have him here, but I can't change that. That what I can change is how I move forward and how I am now going to be a better person because something like this has